Hey YouTube, finally we're gonna do a test for my water chiller from Koolance. Here's in front of you the full system setup, all water cool loops are ready, and you'll notice the chiller connected to the CPU and motherboard. The graphic cards are powered by another unit, we'll talk about it later. This is also ambient cooling system from Koolance. Alright, let's take a look at the chiller. It's just standing right here. And let's see what the configurations are set to. So at the moment, liquid temperature set to 10 by Celsius. And this is something you want to probably keep it around 10 to 18 depending on your ambient temperature in order to avoid condensation. If you go below 10, this probably will result in condensation on your tubes. So, and it will drop. The drops will leak right in your components. So, let's take a look at the graphs first. What we got right here, the CPU-Z is open. The processor is i7-5930K, the 6-core processor, overclocked to 4.5 Hertz, as you can see right here, and the voltage set to 1.375. And let's take a look at the bus speed. Here you go. The cache speed set to 4.2, and the voltage for the cache is around, I think it's 1.2. Alright, here are the configurations. Pretty nice overclock. I believe this processor can go with lower voltage, like 1.3. But this is something I will keep it for now because I want to push it harder. And at least at this moment it's stable at 4.5. So it's pretty nice results. So let's see it AIDA software. What were the temperatures at the moment without any special loads? Alright, the temps for the CPU stays around 30, so it's right now 26, 27. Let me just point my mouse over. Here you go, here's the temps. All those others, this is the dedicated temperature per cord base. So we're gonna look at the second slot right here. So it's 27, like doesn't hit even 30. And as you remember, the temperature set point is 10 Celsius. Alright, let's start the test and push some load over the CPU. Let's just hear it start, see what's gonna happen. The load starts, the temperature raised to 44. It stays at 44, at least for now. Alright, it stays at 44, it doesn't even move. Let me see. The stress test works. The CPU load is 100%. No throttle, as you can see. Stable overclock. The temperature is 43, 44. For quality testing, let me show you my motherboard's front panel, which also has some temperature sensor right in front of it. And here you go. The CPU temp is 44, and it doesn't really change. So it's a really nice temp for 1.35 voltage set point over the CPU and overclock at 4.5 Hertz, which is really nice temperature. And this is just for the full load. Let me stop it, see what the temp will be. Alright, the test is stopped, the temperature dropped immediately to 26, 27. So generally this is what you get. This is the chiller. Let me show you the model over the Koolance website. This is EXC-800, which is can handle 800 watts of power. So let's say you overclock your CPU like very hard, and it will produce around, like, it will take around 400 watts of power. Then you have another 400 watts for covering your motherboard components like North Bridge, and plus you can probably add an additional graphic card to cool it. This is exactly the setup I've got before. But if you're looking to just cool your CPU and motherboard parts, I wouldn't go with this particular unit. The Koolance website has recently launched another version, which is 450 right here. This one is a lower version, which is smaller in size, probably produce less noise than the 800, and this piece will be more than enough to cool down your CPU and motherboard parts, which is you can cool down the RAM, North Bridge, the VRM, and this is it. It will be more than enough. Plus this unit is smaller in terms of comparison. Let me show you the picture right here. You can check. As you can see, it's twice smaller. And this is what I've got. This crazy thing sits right near my table. Honestly, it produces a lot of sound. You can live with that, but if I have a choice from now, at the time I bought this, they don't have the second version. So if I will buy it now, I will go with the second option for 450, rather than this huge thing. All right, let's come back to the page, see what we will get. So generally the temps are good. You can push the chiller even hotter if you insulate. Let's say if you insulate your tubings with some piece of foam to avoid condensation, close the entire box. Use your fans for exhaust the air. I believe that way you can probably set your temperature sensor even lower. But the 10 degree, I guess that's the most way to go. Alright, let's talk a little bit about the next cooling device I have. We're sitting right in the back cooling my Titans. 4 Titans SLI, and let's see what that thing is. Let me open the page. Here you go. This is the ERM 3K3UC liquid cooling system, which is you can find it on Koolance website. So what do we get? We're gonna push the Titans very high limits. We're gonna raise the voltage first. We're gonna raise the voltage using our hack tool from Teamskine 3T, whatever. You just find this on overclocks.net website. Let's do it 1450 in terms of voltage. Apply. Let's set it right here. Apply. Alright, now our voltage is 1450, 1.450. And let's do some crazy load first. Let's check the temperatures of the GPU. It sits at 34, 34, 36, 34. It's just changing. So let's go and do some crazy load. This time we're coming with stressed GPUs. You know what, I just figured this is the first time I will run this software over the GPU, so I hope we wouldn't have any blue screens right now. Alright, it's just started, and let's see what the temperatures will be. Alright, pump up to 40. Let me show you the clock speeds first. The voltage is over here, 1.4, and here is the clock speed. We're running these cards at the moment at 1350 gigahertz. All of them. 4 Titans. And the temperatures are very nice. When in game, like special battlefield, it's around 50, that's what I noticed. And by the way, the fan speed, the fans are set only to 20%, so they're not running at full. Actually it says all fans are auto, but they're running around 20% at the moment. Yeah, they are. So here it is. That's my completed build. I know you'll notice there is a 3-piece use, a little bit overkill, but trust me, these crazy overclocked Titans are needed, those wattage. Well, every car takes around 600 watt of power when overclocked in game mode and running in those frequencies. So you make sure you need that power. Let's take a look at the chiller again. This is the device you will get. Connected with the Bits power fittings, quick disconnects. Sounds like a mini fridge, working 24/7. And here is the temps. Alright guys, any questions, comments below. When I have time I will answer them. If you have any specific requests for specific tests, also put it in the comments. I will try to, not promise, but I will try to accommodate it. Alright, and thanks for watching.